Today's episode is brought to you by the Clackamas County Fair and Rodeo. Everything a county fair was meant to be. Coming to you August 16th through 20th, only in Canby. Tickets and information at clackamascountyfair.com or download the new app on Google Play or the Apple App Store. This episode is also brought to you by Canby Foursquare Church. Since 1978, a place to grow, connect, and serve. Sunday services on campus and online at 9 and 11 a.m. Learn more at canbyfoursquare.com.
Welcome to Now Hear This Candy,
your source for news.
The threat of a possible teacher strike was avoided this week.
There's a new, irresistibly cute creature winning over fans, and its name is Scootaloo.
Sports.
It's like Lucy in the football. You want to kick a field goal, but they take it away from you.
We had to learn how to win.
Goal can't be in the last second of the game! And interesting conversations.
Because I'm one of the strongest girls ever, and I know that for a fact.
I just really enjoy writing gossip as if I was a bear.
With an old maid daughter that make the best moonshine in the coast.
And if it would have hit me in the face, I think I would have died. I really do.
I guarantee you would have died, man. Are you kidding me?
Welcome to Now Hear This Canby podcast. Thanks for listening. I'm Tyler Clausen, and this is what's happening this week in your community. A heat advisory from the National Weather Service is once again in effect for the Clackamas County area through 10 p.m. Thursday, August 18th. Weather officials expect the area to see temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Low temperatures are expected early Thursday morning in the lower 60s and lower 70s. Officials are particularly concerned for the impact of the heat on visitors to Clackamas County Fair and Canby Rodeo, which is in full swing through Saturday. The Canby Adult Center and Canby Public Library are open to the public as cooling centers during regular business hours. Canby's Denny's restaurant, which is open 24/7, also operates as a cooling center whenever temperatures are dangerously high. No obligation to buy. Finally, Zoar Lutheran Church, 190 Southwest 3rd Avenue in Canby, will be open as a cooling shelter from 3 to 9 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday if needed. The church will offer free dinner from 5 to 6 p.m. Residents who do not have access to cool places are encouraged to visit a center to avoid the heat and relax. For more information about shelters, transportation, or other resources, visit clackamas.us relief or call 211. In general, when the thermometer reaches the 90s or higher, all Oregonians should drink more water than usual. Don't wait until you're thirsty, and avoid alcohol and sugary drinks. To cool off, consider taking a cool shower or bath, or using air conditioning or a fan. But don't use a fan to blow extremely hot air on yourself. This can just lead to heat exhaustion. Also, wear lightweight and loose clothing, avoid using your stove or oven, and avoid going outside during the hottest parts of the day, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you must be out in the heat, limit your outdoor activity to morning and evening hours and rest in shady areas as often as possible. Know that the heat index plays a role. When sweat isn't available to evaporate from the body due to high humidity, the body has difficulty regulating its temperature and cooling itself off. This can result in heat exhaustion, cramps, and heat stroke. When possible, residents should also check in on elders and vulnerable neighbors, including parents of babies and toddlers, people taking mental health medications, and those with heart disease or high blood pressure. Never leave a person, child, or pet in a hot car. Temperatures inside your car can soar quickly to dangerous levels, even if the outside temperature is only in the 70s. Leave your pet at home during warm weather or hot weather. PGE has also shared some tips on staying cool as well as conserving energy amid the blistering heat wave. First, take advantage of cooler outdoor air by opening windows during cooler nights and mornings and using fans to draw cool air in. Keep your house shaded by closing curtains, drapes, or blinds on sun-facing windows and using awnings during the day and when running AC units. Prevent heat from building up inside by saving showers, laundry, and dishwashing for cooler morning or evening hours. And use window air conditioning efficiently by keeping window units running until the air cools enough outside to open the windows or use a portable fan. In any heat-related emergency, call 911. For non-emergency matters, call 503-655-8211. An Aurora man was killed in a two-vehicle crash on Elaine Road, northeast, east of Butteville Road, northeast, near Donald Tuesday morning. Joseph Hayner, 41, of Aurora, was driving a white 1999 Ford F-150 southbound on Elaine Road and attempted to make a left turn into a driveway, according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. The car was struck by a gray 2017 Ford F-350 driven by Christopher Hutchinson, 40, of McMinnville, who was heading eastbound. Hayner was taken to the area hospital via life flight, but died from his injuries. Officers responded to the crash at 6:46 a.m. No passengers were in either vehicle. Hutchinson was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators with the Marion County Multi-Agency Crash Team responded to the scene to investigate. The MCSO was assisted by the Aurora Fire District, Clackamas 911, Hubbard Fire District, Kaiser Police Department, Life Flight, Marion County Public Works, Marion County District Attorney's Office, Metcom 911, Woodburn Ambulance, and the Willamette Valley Communications Center office during this response. Oregon Cascade Highway 213 in Molalla will be closed for construction between Tolliver Road and Main Street next month. The developer of the property off Oregon 213, where the Tractor Supply Co. is located, will be constructing improvements along the highway required as part of the development effort. The improvements include constructing a new left turn lane for southbound traffic on 213 to increase safety for turning vehicles and a new sidewalk along with the businesses on 213. Oregon Highway 213 will be fully closed in both directions from 6 a.m. September 6th through September 20th, 2022. Around the clock at Tractor Supply Co. for the developer's contractor to replace the culvert. That schedule is subject to change. Traffic can follow a signed detour using Oregon 211 Main Street and Union Mills Road or take an alternate route. Local traffic can continue to access residences and businesses on either side of the closure area. Traffic to Molalla Market Center and the businesses on the west side of 213 between Les Schwab and Highway 211 can access their destinations by heading north on 213. Traffic to Tractor Supply can access the business by heading south on Oregon 213. Travelers can expect lane closures with flaggers directing traffic before and after the full closure of the highway. An alleged cryptocurrency money launderer was extradited this week from the Netherlands to the United States to face charges in the District of Oregon. In August 2021, a federal grand jury in Portland charged Denis Dubnikov, 29, a Russian citizen, for his role in an international cryptocurrency money laundering conspiracy. According to the indictment, between at least August 2018 and August 2021, Dubnikov and his co-conspirators are alleged to have knowingly and intentionally laundered the proceeds of Ryuk ransomware attacks on individuals and organizations throughout the United States and abroad. Specifically, Dubnikov and his accomplices laundered ransom payments extracted from victims of ransomware attacks. After receiving ransom payments, Dubnikov and his co-conspirators and others involved in the scheme engaged in various financial transactions, including international financial transactions, to conceal the nature, source location, ownership, and control of the ransom proceeds. In 2019, Dubnikov allegedly laundered more than $400,000 in ransom proceeds. Those involved in the conspiracy laundered at least $70 million in ransom proceeds. Dubnikov was arrested in Amsterdam in November 2021, pursuant to a provisional arrest warrant. Dubnikov made his initial appearance in federal court in the District of Oregon today before U.S. Magistrate Judge Jolie Rousseau. He was arraigned and pleaded not guilty. A 5-day jury trial is scheduled to begin October 4th, 2022. If convicted, Dubnikov faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison, 3 years in supervised release, and a fine of $500,000. First identified in August 2018, Ryuk is a type of ransomware software that, when executed on a computer or network, encrypts files and attempts to delete any system backups. Ryuk can target storage drives contained within or physically connected to a computer, including those accessible remotely via a network connection. Ryuk has been used to target thousands of victims worldwide across a variety of sectors. In October 2020, law enforcement officials identified Ryuk as an immediate and increasing cybercrime threat to hospitals and healthcare providers in the United States. This case was investigated by the FBI. It has been prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Oregon. Dubnikov's extradition was handled by the Justice Department's Office of International Affairs. He was transferred to the District of Oregon by the FBI.
I'm Roz Mason. I'm running for Oregon Senate District 26. This is a rural district, and while our area has historically been seen as a Republican stronghold, this is simply no longer the case. A near even number of registered voters from both parties now live in our area, and the voice of independent and non-affiliated voters is critically important. I'm the candidate with the best track record of bridge building and working across the political spectrum. I'm committed to representing all people in my district. I show that through my involvement in public safety, the military, business, and agriculture. We all want responsible legislation and civility. In this race, your vote and involvement really matter. Join us at masonfororegon.com. Paid for by Mason for Oregon 21968.
Hey, Tyler. Read any good books lately?
Yeah, actually, I'm reading a really good one right now.
Awesome. What's it about?
It's kind of complicated, but there's like these two kids with an absent parent, and then this mysterious stranger shows up with his sinister accomplices, and they just start wreaking havoc in their lives. I think it's like a Faustian metaphor.
Wow, that sounds really dense.
It is.
Interesting, though. Who wrote it?
You know, I think it's like a doctor. Starts with like an S or something. Sos.
Tyler, are you reading The Cat in the Hat?
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to. It's taken me like 2 months to get this far.
Okay. Well, hey, whatever your interest or reading level, open the world of all things books at the Book Nook in downtown Canby.
Yeah, guys, this local, independently owned and operated store is your one-stop shop for the latest releases and great deals on a huge variety of previously owned books, as well as games, art, and writing supplies and gifts.
They also do book clubs and game nights if you're looking for some fun, healthy activities right here in Canby. And hey, for you, Tyler, they have a really expansive selection of children's books.
Oh, cool. Anyway, check them out on Facebook and Instagram, online at booknookcanby.com, or stop by 294 Northwest 2nd Avenue and let their friendly staff introduce you to your new favorite read. Hey, Frankie, why do you think I'd be interested in children's books?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we are live for one of our favorite segments every year, coming at you from the Clackamas County Fair 2022. Here with someone doing some really cool crafts here. Why don't you tell me your name and what you guys are up to?
Hi, my name's Pam White, and I am a 26-year member with the Rose City Stitchers chapter of the Embroiderers Guild of America.
Wow, that's a little bit of a mouthful over here.
It is, yeah. The EGA. Embroiderers Guild of America.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I can do that.
A little bit easier.
Yeah.
We've got 250,000 members nationwide.
Yeah.
And we do basically any kind of embroidery that uses a needle with an eye.
Yeah.
So no knitting, no crocheting. A lot of us do that too. You know?
Yeah.
Multiple offenders on so many levels. But today we've got a little bit of everything. I'm doing a hand-painted needlepoint canvas.
You guys are doing like some demonstrations.
We are. Yep. We're just here to answer questions and tell people, hey, you can get involved. There's more than a few crazy people out there, so come join us.
Hey,
right?
I like what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
Has there been quite a bit of interest?
There has. Yeah. A lot of people swing by. Oh, I used to
cool
do
in
that.
Here. That probably helps.
Yes, it does. I know. We were a little worried
I'll do anything
today.
if I don't have to go back outside.
Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Yeah, so we've got cross stitch, we've got counted canvas, and the gal on the end is in an embroidery frame.
Yeah.
So it flips back and forth so she can weave in the ends on the back, and she's doing, that's another counted canvas. It's actually pretty cool. It's kimono.
Yeah. There is such a rich tradition of this type of crafting here in this community and in this event.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Oregon's kind of known for their crafts. You've got Aurora, you've got Canby,
Yeah.
So one of our purposes as a guild is to just keep the craft alive. And that's why we're here doing a demo.
Yeah.
Just showing people it's not a dying art. It's very much alive, and you can do it too.
Awesome.
It's not that tough.
So what motivates you to do that, to keep this alive?
I do it so I don't kill people.
It's a stress reliever.
It
would be
is.
the PC way to say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. About 1 out of 10 people who wander by says, "Oh, I don't have the patience for that." I said, "Neither do I."
Yeah.
That's why I do it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It helps build it,
Keeps you busy, and
you see all ages showing interest
in
this?
Yep. We've got a couple of guilds. One, it's a needlepoint guild in Salem.
Yeah.
Full range of ages there.
Yeah.
We've got 90-year-olds that are still actively stitching.
Yeah.
And the Portland chapter, we've been as strong as 125 members. Everything from like junior high kids to grannies.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was interesting. I've noticed you were talking about the frustration earlier and how it helps with that. You do see as your guys' membership goes up, the murder rate tends to go down in those areas.
True.
It's
is
just
true.
Like ironclad correlation. How does it feel to kind of be in this hall here and see all the amazing crafts, some quilts, some things that you guys do?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's very fun knowing that there are a lot of people that share the same addiction as we do. It's a little affirming.
Yeah.
And it's just very fun to look up and see all of the colors and all of the styles. And, everybody's got a unique creative ability within them.
Yeah.
And I think when you look around, you definitely see that.
Yeah.
You see whimsical, you see traditional, even behind us.
Yeah.
I've seen 10 different versions of this little pin cushion.
Yeah.
quilt.
Yeah.
And they're all different, same pattern, all different.
Yeah, different colors. For someone who is not as skilled as you guys are experienced in this type of work, how would you sort of describe, or what do you think of the quality of what's on display here at Clackamas County this year?
You know, I like county fairs because you get the full range of talent.
Yeah.
You know, you get the
beginners,
the juvie
experts,
entries, you get the advanced, you get the professional, and this is actually a really good year to show off a little bit of all of that. Yeah. And a lot of very, very beginner quilts that are super well done.
Yeah. Any special moments you've had so far at this year's fair where you just really felt like, it was cool to see folks kind of engaging with you guys or engaging with what's going on here?
This quilt, prize winner right behind me, it's called Vintage Housewife.
Yeah.
All done in 1930s reproduction fabrics.
Yeah.
And the old Rick Rack, we all had that.
Yeah.
The toasters, the old sewing machine, just the level of detail, the embellishments, the buttons, just everything. People are just fascinated by that.
Yeah. Any way that folks can find out more about your club or just want to get more involved in this type of thing?
Yep, we're on Facebook, Rose City Stitchers. Look at it. I'm the programs chair. We usually post what the program is coming up. We're actually going back to in-person meetings. We had our first one, but we're doing hybrid.
Yeah.
So even if you're not extremely local, you can still tune in.
You can come in person, and if you do start to feel uncomfortable, want to put a mask on, you got all that fabric right there. You can
Absolutely.
Just throw it right
Heck
up.
yeah.
Built-in mask.
Good
Awesome,
talking
Pam.
with
Thank
you.
you so much.
You
Have
bet.
a great fair.
You too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So we are at the Art Pavilion now, not Horning Hall, as we were saying. Clackamas Hall with Holly Kronig. Tell us what you do here.
I am the art superintendent.
Yes, and what all does that entail?
So I build a gallery. I want it to look like a gallery, not a 4-H project.
You did a good job.
Thank you. My husband Dwayne is very much part of that, and without him I could not have had this happen.
That's awesome.
Because he builds everything.
What are the art that's on this? What is the art that's on display here?
Anything from a professional to a non-professional and juniors. All kinds of youth from ages 16 and under, clear down to 2 years of age.
Yeah. It's really cool to see the different styles, the kind of growth of people over the years. This is something that's new to the fair?
No,
okay.
No, we've always had the art. It's just that it's actually a gallery now.
Yeah.
Not just a collection of paintings.
Yeah, awesome. And are you guys partnering with Artomatic at all? Or?
Well, no, we don't partner with them, but
okay.
They are very much involved with
arts.
helping us out as volunteers as well.
Yeah. You seem to have quite a bit of traffic in here today.
Yes.
Folks have been liking the
you
kind of
should have
gallery
been here
feel.
yesterday with Kids Day. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We've had 500 butterflies already being painted.
What is that?
With kids.
Yeah, that's the craft that you're doing over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's really fun. So you give them kind of the cutout, or do they cut them out?
I cut them out.
Okay.
They just have to color.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, 500 in the first day.
I know it.
Yeah. Have you had other people, other comments, folks appreciating what's in here?
They just enjoy coming here because it's air-conditioned building. And it's 101
and the
today.
art. They love the art.
They do, yes.
And the air conditioning.
And there's also things to buy. We have a raffle that people are wonderful to donate their art.
Yeah.
And then I have art here that I have done. And then art out here that the people who actually participate is also for sale.
Yeah. We have all kinds of different mediums here. We have painting, we've got some sculpture, some kind of macrame and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Pastel, watercolor, acrylic.
Yeah, very cool. This is something you said has been part of the fair for a while.
A long time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It was just upstairs in the building in the main pavilion with no air conditioning.
Yeah, much hotter.
Oh my goodness, it was awful.
Yeah, this is nice. Well, thank you, Holly. You guys have done such a great job
Thank
here.
you for coming and talking to me.
All right, tell me your name.
I'm Vonna Adams Lawrence.
Vonna Adams Lawrence. Thanks so much for joining us. You're one of the artists that's featured here at the gallery.
I am, and I'm also one of the volunteers.
Yeah. So tell us about your piece. You won Best in Show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For this lovely, large painting.
I'm very honored. It's I was watching a documentary on OPB and on the Willamette River south of the falls. And in a 30-second shot, it showed the beautiful sun rippling on the Willamette River and the way it had eddied back and created that little estuary.
Yeah.
And it just sung to my heart that it needed to be on a canvas, and a big canvas.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's how it came to be.
Yeah, that's so cool. Isn't it funny how those little moments just
They
will get in your brain and just won't go away?
They do.
Yeah.
They really
Get in your
do.
artist soul.
That seems to be the same story through all artists.
Yeah.
That we find things that just evoke a great emotion in our hearts, and we have to do something about it, and that's paint it.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been painting for a long time?
About 45 years.
Wow. Awesome.
On and off.
Have you entered work here before?
I did.
Yeah.
I won a few ribbons last year,
Yeah.
and way back in the 80s, I entered actually one in State Fair,
Yeah.
so that was fun.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah.
But it's always humbling to have people appreciate my art.
Yeah.
Because I paint for myself. I don't paint for the masses.
Yeah. It must be cool to see kind of other artists and see other folks' work as well.
Absolutely. I'm always inspired by their work and how creative they are.
Yeah.
But what really blows me out of the water I'm 73 is the children.
Yeah.
The children just can bring me to tears in a heartbeat with their talent, no matter how young they are. And I really encourage their parents to keep encouraging them to continue on, because us baby boomers are fading away. Maybe those young ones coming up.
They've got that imagination, right? That's their superpower.
Exactly.
How's the volunteering been?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Great response from all the folks coming in. It's just been nonstop. So.
Yeah, awesome. Fauna, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Start by telling me your name.
Robert Edmonds.
And you're part of the Pioneer Village.
I am.
Tell us about how long you've been doing this.
24 years.
Okay, and you are the camp cook here at Clackamas County, or according to the vandalized sign, something different.
My demonstration is Dutch oven cooking.
Yeah, not camp crook.
Not camp crook, no.
What Dutch oven cooking? Tell us what that is.
You're using cast iron pots, let's say.
Yeah.
That are designed for cooking over an open fire.
Yeah.
The history of the Dutch oven goes back to the Netherlands, the 1600s.
Yeah, the Dutch.
And the Dutch. And they were casting bronze pots in a sand mold. And the basic same design that we have today.
Yeah.
In 1704, a man by the name of Abraham Darby went from England to the Netherlands and saw them casting these pots out of bronze, and he thought he could make a better mousetrap.
Yeah.
So he went back to England and developed the sand mold for iron, and that's where you come up with cast iron. And he patented that in 1708.
Yeah.
In England, they had flat bottoms and dome lids. It was Paul Revere in the United States that came up with the legs. He put the legs on them and the ridge around the lids for putting coals for baking.
Yeah, to be able, you're telling me yesterday, to be able to control the temperature a little better. So this would obviously have been attractive to the pioneers because much like even today, when you move, you're often not bringing your stove, but back then, they were even less portable.
Right. Well, considering that your typical wagon was about the size of your typical pickup bed.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever could fit in the pickup bed, you're bringing west. Incidentally, in 1802, when Lewis and Clark headed out for their great adventure, it was their rifles, their journals, a few other odds and ends, and their Dutch ovens that made the whole trip.
Wow. Yeah, very cool. So what kind of things do you cook here throughout the week?
Well, last night when you were here, we cooked a venison chili.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It looked and smelled delicious.
They
got some good photos of that.
They ate all of it. In fact, I almost didn't have to wash the pan.
So I think that's something folks don't know. You guys actually do camp out here. You eat together.
We eat
You're
out
a
here,
whole
yes.
thing.
Yeah, about 20 of us.
Yeah.
And tonight is going to be a pot roast.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night we're going to have a venison stew with locally caught venison. And then we're going to have a venison taco casserole. And then we're going to have venison tip beef noodles with the gravy and kind of like an old sirloin tip noodle.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much our menu for the week.
Yeah.
Desserts, we may have cobblers or a pineapple upside down cake or something of the sort.
Yeah. So it's just a whole community out here, you guys. It's almost like a reunion coming back together each year.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. We've known a lot of these people well over 20 years.
Yeah.
And we do rendezvous and different things at different locations.
Yeah. Why have you done this for so long? What do you enjoy about it? What keeps you going?
Keeping history alive.
Yeah.
Sharing because we represent 1820s to 1850s.
Yeah.
And showing people how they used to live back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whoever you are, this is a part of most of us, right? Like most of us wouldn't be here without those folks that made those treks and lived through those times.
Well, for Oregon, my wife being a relative of one of our founding fathers of Oregon,
right.
Joseph Lafayette Meek,
Yeah.
He arrived here in 1840 and was part of the provisional government, was very instrumental in having Oregon declared a territory of the United States.
And not England, yeah.
And not England.
Yeah.
In Champouy in 1843 is when he drew a line in the sand and said, all of you that want to be part of America on this side, all of you that want to be part of England and swear allegiance to King George III on this side.
Yeah.
And it was 51-50.
Yeah, pretty close.
They're pretty close,
Yeah, if it weren't for that, we'd all be talking English right now.
Well, almost. We'd be having tea and crumpets right about now.
High tea, yeah, absolutely.
So it is. It's a historical thing. It's just kind of showing people, this is what we had. This is high tech back in the 1800s.
Yeah, yeah. Last thing I wanted to ask you, it must be cool to see the families and folks come through and just see the way kids' eyes probably light up when they see this stuff come to life.
It's pretty cool when you have a kid come and visit, 8, 10, 11 years old, and then an hour later he's dragging his parents back through and saying, hey, this is that, and they actually soak it up and they remember. So that's one of the biggest rewards.
Awesome. Robert, thanks so much. Save me some venison stew next time, okay?
Absolutely. 7 o'clock.
All right, I'll be here. Clackamas County Fair is everything a county fair was meant to be. Join in the fun August 16th through the 20th only at the historic Clackamas County Fairgrounds and Event Center in Canby, Oregon. There's something for the whole family to enjoy, from food and entertainment to livestock and agriculture to rides on the Midway. Visit Days Gone By at the Pioneer Village, featuring a reenactment of Oregon Pioneer Days, and view creative exhibits from local artisans. Stay for the world-class Canby Rodeo, and don't miss the rodeo after-party with the Boondock Boys Friday night and Nate Botsford Saturday. For details and to buy your tickets in advance, visit clackamascountyfair.com or download the new app on Google Play or the Apple App Store. The Clackamas County Fair, everything a county fair was meant to be.
Hey, Tyler, we have a furry new friend I wanted to show you. His name is Frankie with an I-E. Isn't that cute?
Oh, I get it, because you're Frankie with a C-K-E.
Yeah.
That's so clever.
I know.
The only cute thing I see on this video is me, because you're blurry and frozen.
No way. I just got a new phone, and it's supposed to have a great camera.
Dude, you can have the best camera in the world, but you still freeze up if your video calls don't have quality internet.
So what should I do? Frankie's playing in the pool, and it's absolutely adorable.
I'm guessing you're using your mobile data for this FaceTime call, right? Just connect to your home Wi-Fi instead. I bet your video comes through just fine. You did just upgrade to Direct Link with Wi-Fi and fast upload speeds, so you might as well get the best use out of them.
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, hang on. There.
Yeah.
I should be on my Wi-Fi now.
Yep.
Can you see Frankie in the pool?
Oh, he looks like he's having a blast. See what fast upload speeds can do? For upload and downloads at the speed of aw, visit www.directlink.coop/internet or give him a call at 503-266-8111.
Hey, Frankie, no, Frankie, give me back my phone.
All right, tell me your name and who you're with.
My name's Denise Griff, and I have the Feed Shack.
You guys get around. I see the Feed Shack at a lot of events.
Is that right to say you get around?
Not you specifically, Denise. Just the food truck.
Yeah. So I do. I have a couple spots that I'm at all the time. I do Molalla Farmers Market through the summer on Thursdays. Union Mills Feed Store out in Molino. I'm over there on Fridays, and then weekends I travel or I do big events like fair.
Yeah. Have you been in Clackamas County before?
Yeah, I was here last year.
Okay, cool. What do you enjoy about this event?
Not the heat, that's for sure.
I tell you what I don't like.
I like, the kids. Cause
yeah,
they
you're
let
right
me
here
come
out by
in,
the
they
beef
let me
tent.
come in early because I feed the kids on move in, move out days.
Oh, cool.
And then I open up in the morning real early for them to get breakfast as they're feeding and taking care of their animals.
That's awesome. So you kind of get that relationship with the 4-H and
4-H
junior
and
livestock
the
community.
FFA, in fact, as it was getting closer to fair, and they were coming by and seeing me at other stuff. They're like, "You're going to be at fair again, right? Because we need breakfast burritos in the morning." I'm like, yes, I'll be at fair.
What do you appreciate about the kids?
I just like, they put in so much work with these animals.
Yeah.
It's just cool to watch them work with them, and I know some of them outside of this actual event.
Yeah.
So you just know the hard work that they put into it, and it's kind of neat to see it all come to fruition. Last night I was watching. Through there it was kind of slow, and I could see some of the kids out there with their steers walking them around and exercising them, and it was more like the steers were exercising the kids.
Yes, I can believe
they were
that.
kicking and jumping and having a grand old time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fun. Everybody was getting exercise, especially the kids. What kind of food do you have here at the Feed Shack?
So in the morning I do burgers, or I don't do burgers in the morning. I do breakfast burritos, biscuits and gravy, breakfast sandwiches in the morning, and then in the afternoon I switch over and do burgers. I do Reubens and Hawaiian melt. Everyone tells me my Reubens are killer.
Yeah.
And then fries, and that's pretty much the main gist of
Americana
it.
comfort food.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Do you do anything different, or do you kind of prepare different, or expect different at the fair as opposed to some of your more regular
So
outings?
my regular things like Union Mills,
Yeah.
Farmers Market, I'll do some special things.
Okay.
I'll have a special that I do.
Yeah.
Here it's kind of slimmed down a little bit,
Yeah.
just because it can get crazy,
Yeah.
and
Gotcha. That makes
when it
sense.
gets hot like this, I've had to shut off my fryer, and the grill's going off.
Which
here
I
pretty
saw the
quick.
sign up today. That's what you
Yeah.
had to do today.
It's comfortable in there to work because we have
Yeah.
the AC going, but
Yeah.
it's just too hot for the refrigeration units. So
Gotcha.
everything has to get shut down.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, but you're still doing the Reubens and stuff like that?
For about another hour,
Yeah.
and then the grill's going off, and then we're going over to cold sandwiches and some cold salads, coleslaw, pasta salad. I have a crock pot going with baked beans.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll just wing it.
Yeah, awesome. How'd you get into doing this?
I have kind of a long process. So
Yeah.
I was working at one of the feed stores in Molalla, NV Feed.
Yeah.
And
Love
I'm
NV.
friends with the guy who had that, and he was always giving me a bad time. You need to do something like this. Well, then the fires happened.
Yeah.
And I ended up Sawtell because that's where I live.
Yeah.
Feeding the guys as they were going there, and then
cruise.
they
Yeah.
got more guys going. Yeah, you need to do this. And
Yeah.
so after the fires were done, I found this, and I started doing that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, awesome. Well, Denise, I hope you stay cool. Thanks so much for talking to us today. I hope you have a great rest of the fair.
All right, thanks.
All right, tell me your name and who you're with.
My name is Zoey Gray, and I'm with
Do you have a club?
Sandy Crime Cuts.
There we go. And Mom is here as well?
Yes.
What's your name?
Oh, Amber.
I see Team Bacon on the shirts, but I don't think that's the official name, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Zoe?
I'm showing pigs.
What kind of pigs?
They're Hampshire, Yorkshire cross.
And these ones here, your younger one is just 7 months, but looks like it weighs about 200,000 pounds. How big is it?
Well, the black one, he's 322 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that makes me feel better about my weight, actually.
Right.
I don't think I could gain that much weight in 7 months, even if I tried, even if I lived at the fair here. How do you get them to grow that big that fast?
We have to calculate a rate of gain so they can make weight.
Yeah. So how do you, what do you feed them?
We feed them, it's called, I feed my pigs some beet pulp, like to help their muscles, and grower finisher, like Purina.
Yeah. So you're calculating like calories and things like that to try to get to a certain weight. That's so cool. How many pigs do you have, Zoey?
I have 2.
Okay. But your sow just had piglets, I heard.
Yeah.
They've been kind of the hit of the fair, like the surprise hit. How many little piglets do we got running around?
There's 10.
Oh my gosh. I did see the movie Babe. It reminds me of that, right?
Right.
Yes. Folks have been pretty interested in seeing those, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does the showing involve? Tell us what that's about.
Well,
you have to lift the pig up over your head, right? A certain number of times. No, I'm kidding.
There's a show ring over there, and you walk your pig to it, and then there's a judge, and you walk your pig with a stick around the judge, and try standing out from the judge so you can win.
Yeah, and it's really interesting for folks who haven't seen it before, but the judge is looking for certain ways that their muscles, certain muscular growth, certain ways that they stand, right? Yeah. How long have you raised pigs?
4 years.
Okay, and why did you get into it?
My dad did it.
Okay,
so
he's
he already
like,
knew
all right,
about
Zoey, here's what you're doing. What do you enjoy about it?
When they're little, they're cute, and you can make money.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How much do you think you might make with your
Well, last year I made $18 a pound.
Wow.
And it keeps going up, the meat, so I don't know what price I'll get this year. But
Yeah. And it's like total, the poundage, do they take the total poundage of the animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So about how much did you make last year?
Like 4,000?
Yeah, it was close to 5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What did you use the money for? Pig feed.
Yeah.
Next year.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't able to get anything fun?
What did I buy? I bought something.
I don't remember. What did you buy?
I bought new pigs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get ready for
some
next year.
goes to savings. Some she gets a little bit to kind of splurge on something she's been wanting, and then most of it goes back into savings.
Yeah. Question for you, Mom. How do you kind of see this impacting Zoey in terms of her learning responsibility and stuff like that?
Oh my gosh, 4-H is an amazing life skill that it teaches these kids. The skills that they learn to keep these animals alive and healthy and growing and happy. She puts a lot of sweat and tears, sometimes blood, into her projects, and she loves them with everything she's got. So it teaches so many things. She has to budget for her feed and know how much she's gonna need to prepare for next year, and each year is a little different. So next year she's wanting 4 to come to fair instead of 2, and the plan kind of changes each year, and that's amazing. So we only step in when it's medically necessary. If she's thinking something's off with one of them, then that's usually when one of us is up in the barn with her, helping her figure it out. But other than that, she's the boss. She does it all, and we'll help pick the feed up if she says, this is what I need. But for the most part, it's all her. She's doing it.
One thing I've heard people kind of talking about more and more is just the need for the new generation to kind of learn about where food comes from, right? And how much work goes into it.
Yes. Yep. It doesn't just magically show up at the grocery store, right? And some people want to say that, well, this is cruel. Oh, it's so cruel that the pigs are getting slaughtered and they go to auction. These are the happiest, most well-fed animals that you will ever see in your life. These kids love these animals. They groom them. They take care of them. They feed them very well.
Yeah.
They are happy. She can get in there and lay with those pigs and sleep right along next side of them. They know her voice from a distance.
Yeah.
So, and she does. She does. So they know her voice. It's at home. She lets them out and they walk around and do their thing, and she can call them from a distance and they go right back into the barn. So they are her pet.
I wanted to ask you guys about is just the really cool community of 4-H and FFA that's here. You guys eat together, you hang out together, sort of like a little reunion. Tell me more about that.
Yeah. So it's a very close-knit community, I guess you call it. We all, do your thing throughout the year, and people call others for advice, and if we need help with something, everybody gets together and meets regularly. Maybe some clubs once a month, some every few, 6 weeks or whatever. But lots of support. All the parents gather up and support everyone's kids. It's not just this is my child and her pig, so I'm going to stay right here. Everybody's constantly supporting in the show ring and supporting back and forth and making sure everybody else is taken care of and the kids are taken care of, because they forget to eat and drink themselves as well. So it's rough as parents to get through this week, helping your kids learn to guide them to get through the week as well. So they're helping their animals and we're helping them, and everybody's just kind of supporting each other, and we all help each other as parents. And so,
Zoey, what would you say is your favorite part of the fair?
The sugar.
The sugar.
Maybe move my sunglasses.
The shaved ice.
Yeah. Is that your favorite kind of sugar? The shaved ice?
Yeah.
Good stuff, especially on a hot day. Thank you both so much.
Of course, you're so welcome.
Good luck in the auction.
Thank you.
All right, now we're chatting with, I believe, title official event security. No, I'm just kidding. Captain Brad ONeal of the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. How are you, Cap?
Good.
How's it been?
It's been awesome.
Yeah. What are you actually doing here?
Yeah. So I organize the Sheriff's Office security patrols out here at the fair.
Yeah.
And I love to come out to the fair myself.
Yeah.
So I have other people kind of doing the security. I just make sure that the relationships are held strong with the fair board, the participants.
Sort of circle this on your calendar each year. This is where I'm going to be this week.
Oh, yeah. Send an email saying I'm out of the office at the fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you started to say, Captain, how it's kind of been this week so far.
Yeah, this is day 2.
Yeah.
So I think we saw some really big crowds yesterday.
Yeah.
Especially at the rodeo for a Tuesday night. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I think people are ready to come out and enjoy the fair and the community and seeing each other and socializing and just having a great time.
Get a little bit back to normal, back to the traditions.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What do you love about the fair?
I love being able to see the citizens in this county and the residents in this county. The people that we don't typically see on a day-to-day basis. The ones that we're out there working for every day. And that are truly supporters of law enforcement. I can't walk from one end of the fairgrounds to the other without being stopped and thanked, 4 or 5 times. So it's refreshing and grounding for us. To just see the people that we're out there really going to work for every day.
Yeah, that's got to be great for the deputies, because it's not an easy time sometimes to be
exactly.
law enforcement this time. Okay, so scenario. You're at the fair, long day, getting a little hungry, end of the day, where are you headed, Cap?
Oh, yeah. I'm a sucker for some curly fries.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
With extra salt.
The big brick, that's like a newer thing. Have you seen those?
I saw those. I didn't try those ones
yet. I feel like those are good for like a whole squadron.
It is, yeah. That's the family pack.
There you go.
Yeah, but no, I'm a sucker for the curly fries for sure.
Yeah. So you guys, like you said, you're doing event security, but you've got a booth, some tents here as well. Are you kind of engaging the citizens, doing anything as well? Or?
Yeah, so we also have a sheriff booth.
Yeah.
And part of that booth is our recruiting team.
Yeah.
So we're actively hiring both entry-level and lateral deputies.
Yeah.
And so we have our recruiters out here, and then every day we have a different special unit that shows up. So yesterday was canine, today just happened to be search and rescue. So we have some of our search and rescue volunteers out here.
Doing a little education.
Yeah, some education, some meet and greets. Just kind of showing the people of Clackamas County what we do here at the Sheriff's Office.
Awesome. Tell us high level how you sort of approach the security angle of an event this size and with the kind of footprint that you have here. What are you kind of looking for? What obviously, it's probably things people think of to sort of making sure people are drinking water and kind of keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, health stuff.
Yeah, so it's not only law enforcement activities that we're looking for, but it's also just health and welfare. We have the fire departments here as on-site medics. Lost children are a big thing. Children see something shiny and take off running, and parents turn around and they're gone. By the way,
exactly. I lost them about 3 interviews ago.
Other than that, it's just walking around with a smile on your face, meeting and greeting, and talking to people, and just being a presence.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You betcha.
Tyler, did you know that the Australian lyrebird can mimic any sound that it hears, even chainsaws?
No, that's super interesting.
Did you know that a baby puffin is called a puffling? Or that baby sea otters can't swim, so their moms wrap them up in pieces of kelp until they learn how to paddle?
Wait. Do you know any trivia that isn't animal related?
Not really, but here's some stuff you may not know about the Wild Hare Saloon, where Canby goes to eat and have fun.
Okay.
The Wild Hare is one of Canby's longest running locally owned restaurants. Owners Joan and Darren Moden have been in business for 16 years.
That's cool.
Yeah, heck, you were just a baby back then.
Wait, what?
And they love to give back. They've been members of the Canby Chamber for that long, and they donate over $20,000 to local sports, FFA programs, and civic organizations each year.
Wow, I'm legitimately caught off. That's cool.
Yeah, they also support more than 30 jobs in the community through their award-winning staff, some of them as young as 18. Hey, that's older than you are.
Dude, I'm 10 months younger than you.
With the days getting longer and the weather getting warmer, the Canby Wild Hare's expansive outdoor patio is the place to be. Furry friends welcome.
Well, that sounds great. I'm going to go check them out just off of Highway 99E next to the Space Age in Canby at 1656 Beaver Creek Road in Oregon City, or on their website at thewildharesaloon.net. Now Hear This Canby is produced by me, Tyler Clausen. Our content director and star reporter is Tyler Frankie. And of course, our show is edited by Cameron Clausen. We also feature the vocal talents of Joyce Struby and James Walden. So a round of applause to them. The song that you're hearing right now is Canby by singer-songwriter Olivia Harms, used with her permission. To find more work from her, you can visit her website, olivia13.com.
Now Hear This Canby is dedicated to preserving independent local journalism and redefining local news with our fun, fresh, and energetic brand of storytelling. Our sincere thanks to our local sponsors who make this show possible. Please show your appreciation by supporting the small businesses who support us.
The production of Now Hear This Studios, Canby's locally owned full-service audio, video, and media production company. Our mission is to produce the best content in the universe, and we'd love to help you do it. Find us online at nhtstudios.com.
I will take a motion to adjourn.
I just moved it.
I didn't even ask for it, though.